Welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive into some really interesting gardening notes you shared with us,
That's right.
specifically focusing on your experiences with Portulaca, Moss Rose and Purslane.
hmm Years after they were maybe the main focus.
Exactly. So our mission here is to pull out some insights, like what these plants prefer dealing with pests naturally, if possible.
And the importance of, well, diversity in the garden. And this idea you mentioned of keeping a beginner's mind.
Yeah, that one caught my eye too. So, okay, let's start with the basics. You mentioned the two types, right? Moss Rose with the pointy leaves.
And purslane, the rounder leaf one. And you're still growing both, even if it's just a few pots now.
Right. Not the main event like in year one, but still there. And it seems like you've developed a bit of a preference for the moss rose.
Yeah, the notes suggest that. And the reason seems to be the foliage. It's described as airier.
Airier,
Yeah.
yeah. And that seems linked to fewer problems with mealybugs compared to purslane.
Which is interesting, isn't it? How just that slight difference in, like, plant structure can affect pests.
Definitely something you might not notice right away as a beginner.
But it's not like the moss rose gets no mealybugs. You noted they still show up.
Right, especially on the purslane, actually. They still pop up there, even if maybe fewer overall than before.
So it's more about management, maybe,
Yeah.
not total elimination when you're avoiding harsh chemicals.
Yeah, exactly. Control, not eradication.
Yeah.
Now, purslane, you mentioned liking the unique colors some varieties have.
Oh, yeah, some can be really stunning. But there's a downside you observe, too.
The growth speed, some are quite slow.
Almost like succulents, you said. Which, is fine, but maybe not what you expect from a typical annual flower.
True. So maybe not the instant gratification type. And this whole experience dealing with the pests, the different growth styles, it seems to lead to a bigger point you made.
Ah, the diversity lesson,
So you
yes.
talked about the risks of monoculture, just
Yeah.
growing tons of one thing.
Yeah, that could be like rolling out a welcome mat for specific pests, right? If they love that one plant, they've got an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Huh. Right. So mixing things up, different types of plants, that helps.
Definitely. It sort of disrupts things for the pests, makes it harder for them to get established. Plus, you might attract beneficial insects that actually help you out.
Like creating a mini ecosystem, more balanced, less prone to huge outbreak.
Exactly. It's a more resilient setup. Less maintenance headache in the long run, especially if you want to avoid spraying lots of stuff.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Now, shifting gears a bit, this beginner's mindset idea, can you expand on that?
Well, you wrote about trying to stay curious, even with plants you know well, like Portulaca, approaching them with, like, fresh eyes.
So not getting complacent just because you've grown them before?
Pretty much. It's about keeping that engagement, that willingness to learn new things or see old things in a new way, like preventing yourself from thinking you know it all.
I like that. And it connects to something else you mentioned, the ongoing challenge.
Oh, the seed germination.
Right. You're still trying to crack the code on germinating portulaca from seed reliably on a large scale, just for the satisfaction of it.
Yeah, which perfectly illustrates that beginner's mind thing, doesn't it? Even with success in growing the plants, there's still this other puzzle you want to solve. It keeps things interesting.
It really does. Okay, so let's try and summarize the key takeaways from this deep dive into your notes.
Right.
We've got the preference leaning towards moss rose, maybe for its airier growth and slightly better mealybug resistance.
But crucially, the big lesson seems to be plant diversity. It's key for managing pests naturally and just having a healthier garden overall, less vulnerability.
Absolutely. And woven through all that is the value of keeping that beginner's mind, staying curious even with the familiar.
Which leads us to maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to chew on.
Okay.
Think about how that principle of diversity works outside the garden, in acquiring knowledge or developing skills, even just in the perspectives you seek out.
Like how mixing things up, not sticking to just one lane, could lead to new discoveries elsewhere.
Exactly. And where could applying that beginner's mind, that curiosity, that freshness, unlock something unexpected for you? Something to think about.